and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm DisneyGemyD, so if you're new here, hi and welcome. If you're new and you don't follow me on Instagram, then go give me a follow. It is DisneyGemyD, obviously. Right, so today we are talking about Disneyland Paris annual passes and why I didn't renew my annual pass. So let's get started. So I'm going to tell you about the annual pass that I had and what it did for me and if I liked it and if I didn't like it. So stay tuned. The annual pass that I decided to go for was the Dreams annual pass. My friend also went for the same one. So the reason why I went for the Dreams annual pass was because it was the top annual pass that you could get at the time, and that means you could go 365 days a year. So you had no restrictions on that. You got 20% off of merchandise, and I think it was 10% off of food and restaurants. So I loved the fact that you could get 20% off the merchandise because I hadn't been to Disneyland Paris since I was... Actually, no, I hadn't been to Disneyland Paris for 5 years. So a lot had changed since I went for the 20th anniversary. So I needed some more merch. So I got that one. My friend also got that one as well. I got this because I had a trip planned for the November of that year. So November 2016, we were going to go for the Christmas period with my family. So that is why I got this, because if I did separate tickets for September and then November, it would have cost me more money in the long run. This actually saved me money. And at the time, before obviously Walt Disney World had taken over and given out the new annual passes, people would just get these rather than actually getting tickets to the parks, because they were such a good price. They were so cheap for what actually you got, and if you were going to go twice within a year, it works out cheaper to actually have one of these. So it was so worth getting one of these back in the day. So my Dreams annual pass cost me €223. So that was the very top one at the time. It lasted for a whole year. So I got it on the 15th of September 2016, so the day before my birthday, and it lasted until the 14th of September 2017. So like I said, I went twice in 2016 and then I went twice again in 2017. So over the whole year of having this, I went 4 times. So I saved a lot of money for myself. Okay, so one of the main reasons why I loved this annual pass, obviously it got me to be able to go into the parks for the whole year, but the best thing about it was the discounts on the hotels. So for my trip in November for Christmas, we stayed in the Hotel Cheyenne. So I can't remember, I think that's like the 3-star hotel. It's a bit western, mid-western if you've not been. It's like themed a bit like Toy Story. My room was themed with Woody in it and Jessie, and it was all like cowboy themed, and it had just been refurbished as well. So it was really nice and it was new. The flooring was new, everything was new, so it looked really good. I'll post pictures of those on Instagram as well if you haven't seen them. I think I might do a blog post on it too, so if I have done that, then click the link below, you can see in the blog below. But yeah, we stayed in Hotel Cheyenne, and we stayed there because I thought it would have been expensive to stay at the other hotels. But boy was I wrong. So we stayed for 3 nights in the Hotel Cheyenne. So we were there for 3 nights and 4 days. And that's the longest I've ever been to Disneyland Paris for. I normally just go for 2 nights because I feel like you can just get it done a lot quicker that way. I feel like there's not that much to see in Disneyland Paris like there is in Walt Disney World. Anyways, so it cost us all together, I think there was 3 of us that went, and I think it was like £90 per person. So that wasn't really a lot of money to stay in a Disney resort hotel and go to the parks. Obviously I got to go for free, and I got everyone 50% off hotels. So with this pass you could get 50, I got told it was 50 to 60% off hotels, but every time I booked I've only ever had 50% off. So the next 2 times I went in 2017 was in April 2017 and then in September 2017. Both of those times I have stayed at the Disney Newport Bay Hotel. I've wanted to stay there for so long. If you haven't seen it, Google image or look on my Instagram because it is beautiful. It reminds me of the Disney Beach Resort hotels in Florida. It's done so pretty. You can see it across the lake when you're walking from the Hotel Cheyenne. I always kept looking thinking, I really want to stay in that hotel. Little did I know it was feasible, and it was like affordable as well because I had this. In April I went and I paid a little bit extra for a lake view room. I also did this again in September because I saw the castle from my room, I saw the fireworks, and it was just more magical than looking out onto a car park. I mean, it's still magical that you get to stay there, but the view just made it for me. And when I went in April, it was the start of the 25th anniversary celebrations. The whole hotel was like fully booked. The park was ridiculous. It was just so busy. A lot busier than the last 2 times I went. So that was a kind of a downside to it, but hey, we actually got upgraded to the Compass Club room. So there's 2 floors in the Disney Newport Bay Hotel, and they are just for Compass Club owners, Compass Club visitors. And I did a blog post on this about how you get upgraded in a Walt Disney World hotel. You can click the link below, I'll leave it in the description box so you can go have a little read and see how that happened first and how it could possibly happen for you as well. So that made that trip. I had a Lakeview room and a Compass Club room. The difference between Compass Club and a normal room isn't that much different, but if you really want me to, I would do a video on a normal room and a Compass Club room and a review of the whole hotel if you really want me to do that. I stayed in the same hotel with the Lakeview room in September, and it was actually the same price, and I couldn't remember the price, so I've just wrote it down. So the hotel for 2 nights for 2 people, Newport Bay Lakeview room, in April and in September cost £260 for the hotel, so that was £130 each for each person. And I looked on the Disneyland website to work out how much it would be if I didn't have my annual pass discount of 50% off, and for 2 nights for 2 people in that hotel at the same time was, I think it was 900 or £1,000. It was like £1,000 for 2 nights for 2 people, and I wondered how that hotel was so full if it was that expensive, because you could use that money to save and go to Florida, which is, like, in my opinion, 10 million times better than Disneyland Paris. I do love Disneyland Paris. It is magical to me, but it just doesn't have the same magic. But this made it magical. Staying in the Disneyland hotels made it magical, because obviously I don't know if I put this video up yet, but if I have, then you would have seen it about how we have a timeshare and how we stay in Florida and how we've never stayed at a Disney hotel because of our timeshare. It just made it more magical for me to be able to stay in a Disney hotel, because I've never been able to do that. So that is the reason why I got my annual pass, and that's the reason why I loved this annual pass. And it's also another reason why I didn't renew my annual pass, and another reason why I was really upset with Disney. So when they brought out the new annual passes, they doubled them in price. The top one is Infinity. It is now €400, so it's doubled in price. You do get a lot more with it, to be fair. You do get a lot more. You get your own private section in the parade, which, when I still had this, they should have honoured the Dreams annual pass people to be in that section too, because it's not our fault that we still had the top one. We couldn't get Infinity until this one finished, so we still should have been able to go in that section, I thought. I looked online about renewing an annual pass, and on the Disney website it said that hotels started from £106, whereas normal people can get the hotels from £109 or €109, whichever one it was. So you didn't actually get much saving. So there wasn't really any point in us getting another annual pass, because it would cost ridiculous amounts to stay in the hotel. I just didn't really want to stay in any other partner hotels. I'd rather save my money for Walt Disney World or for other Disney parks. So that is why I didn't renew. However, since then I've looked online on other websites other than Disney, and it does state you can get, I think it's 50% off with the higher ones and 40% off with the lower ones. So you can still get percentages off, but they don't advertise that on the Disneyland Paris website. If you have a Disney Paris annual pass, a new one, let me know if you get the percentages off the hotels, because that would be great to know, because maybe I will renew. Who knows? Who knows if I really need to go again. But let me know, because I didn't renew because of that, and I only looked recently and found out that they do the percentages off, because that was a massive reason it put me off. I actually got a discount off getting another annual pass, and I decided not to do it. So if you know about the annual passes, if you know they do get discounts off the hotel, the new ones, then holler at your girl and let me know. That is the end of that video. I hope it wasn't too long for you. I hope it was informative. And if you have annual passes, if you've renewed, or if you ever had an annual pass, then just let me know below, because I love hearing about your stories, or whether they're worth it, or whether you thought they were worth it. So yeah, please like this video, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe if you haven't already. Follow me on Instagram, it is DISNEYGEMYD. And before I go, these ears are from Disneyland Paris, they're for the 25th anniversary. And this top, which matches it perfectly with gold sequins with a Mickey on it, is from Primark, and this was from actually 2016 when I went for my birthday, so I don't know if they do it anymore. But anyways guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye!